You understand you're charged with credit card or debit card abuse as a state jail felony? Can we agree that what you used the card for was not business expenses?
Yes.
Then that's off the table. We now know that the card was used for things other than business expenses. So I don't understand why he is confused and he thinks that he had permission to use it for personal items.
In today's courtroom moment, Judge Boyd proves once again you can't out-talk the truth. Gonzalo Garcia thought he could soften the blow of stealing from his boss by claiming he had permission. But when the receipts don't match the Mumbretta story, and when the charges are personal, not business, Judge Boyd exposes the lie, strips away the excuses, and makes it very clear. This isn't just bad judgment, it's a felony.
I'm sorry, Gonzalo Garcia? Hi. Court is calling 2024 CR 010030B, State versus Gonzalo Garcia.
This is an application.
Oh, just 1 second. All right. Oh, just 1 second. Let me see. I may. No, I do not. Thank you. All right, could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense?
David Rodriguez for Gonzalo Garcia.
And are you Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garcia, did you review what is entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading? I'm sorry, did you also review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Any objection?
No objections.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you're charged with credit card or debit card abuse as a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court would find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he is.
Mr. Garcia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 1. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. They are silent on your application for deferred adjudication. They recommend community supervision. There's to be restitution in the amount of $2,216.75 to Kendall, Kendall, and Carl Palm, Palme. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court.
Ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years and there be no contact with the complainants. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged in count 1, how do you plead?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
One in attachments, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right, did you review the stipulations and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it and cite it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will review the same. And state, did you have a chance to speak with the complainants?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Do you wish to proceed with sentencing?
We do.
All right. The state is silent on his application for deferred. Why should he have deferred?
Your Honor, Mr. Garcia has 0 criminal history since very first offense. This was a property crime, so it was not a crime of violence or a crime involving any sort of drugs or alcohol. That's why I'd like for this young man to get one chance to keep his record clean.
All right.
And,
Why?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I apologize for interrupting, if I may. I have
Yes.
his criminal history. If you would like to see it for yourself.
Yes.
And
Do you have criminal history?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been arrested?
No, ma'am. There is always a mix-up when it comes to me and my father. So hopefully it's not just they're finding my dad's stuff.
All right. So you've never been arrested?
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the content.
Okay.
And Your Honor, it's indicated to me that they opposed state offering deferred adjudication,
Mhm.
but that they were not opposed to the state remaining silent on the application and leaving to grant deferred adjudication to the discretion.
Oh, thank you. If you'll give that back to the state. So why did you do this?
As I've said before, it was big misunderstanding between me and the person who gave it to me.
What do you mean?
Which was-
Okay, let's start here, because I like to go in order.
So,
So who gave it to you?
so previous conversation, I knew the credit. Me and Carl were talking previously.
No,
about
who gave you the card?
Carl through an envelope with nothing else besides here.
Okay, so continue.
So when he gave it to me, he didn't tell me anything. He said then all he said was, fill this out, go about your job. So while I was in the work van, I popped it open, was filling out things, 2 questions popped up. I clicked one of the options and proceeded to fill it out the way it was already done. It already had my social, my email already pre-fabbed into it. So I'm assuming without my knowledge and telling me, hey, I'm getting you a credit card, did so. Didn't explain to me anything about it. So when I did it, it was used in the way it was used, y'all seen.
Okay, so what you're telling me doesn't make any sense. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you
That's-
and that we don't have a breakdown of communication. So you're saying that Carl gave you a credit card
Yes,
and he told you to take it and fill it out.
yes.
So you filled it out on a computer.
On my phone through
Okay.
the American Express website.
All right, so you filled it out through the American Express website. And when you logged in, your name and everything,
All my information was pre-fabbed filled out because it was to activate the card.
all right, so what transactions do you think you were supposed to have with this card?
So with little understanding and the conversation we had was to help me build credit. I don't know how that works on the business aspect because finding out the business card after the whole situation, that was that. Me, the way people explain credit to me was you use it and you pay back either in full amount after use or monthly on the minimums. That's my only thing on how I took for credit cards. Like I'm saying, new to credit, never understood all this. So for him,
So
to
let me
try to
ask you
tell me-
this. Was your name on that credit card?
Yes, ma'am. It said my name, and then right below it, that's when it says, that's the below part that said, or general OGCC. I know it's Orion General Contracting.
All right, this doesn't make any sense to me what he's saying.
That's exactly what the police said, because they were confused on both ends.
No, I mean, I'm not confused as far as what the police report is saying. What the police report is saying is that you were using this credit card for your personal items, not for business. So it says, Carl said Gonzalo has been employed with him for approximately 2.5 years and is authorized to use the business card for business expensive purposes. So can we agree that what you used the card for was not business expenses?
Yes.
All right, so then that's off the table. We now know that the card was used for things other than business expenses. So I don't understand why he is confused and he thinks that he had permission to use it for personal items.
I think he was confused that since his name was on the card and his name came first on the card, he thought he was an authorized user for whatever purposes as long as he paid the bill on that card. This is a person who's never owned a credit card, doesn't really get how it works, but he was thinking it was also his card, not just strictly a company card. It was a card where he could make purchases as long as he paid the bill on the card.
And was he paying?
Hadn't got the chance to pay because
All right, so the
everything's
answer to that is no, you didn't pay?
No, ma'am.
The charges were brought before the first payment was due.
All right, so then the question becomes, does he want a jury trial?
No, he understands that the personal purchases that he made need to be paid back, and that's part of the deal. And that's why we're asking for adjudication to give him a chance to pay back the things that he charged to actually pay for those things.
Well, the indictment says that he confesses and admit, you have the usual on and about dates, and in Bexar County, Texas, that with intent to fraudulently obtain a benefit, he used a credit or debit card, namely American Express card, with knowledge that the card had not been issued to him. So his name is on the card. Doesn't that mean it's been issued to him?
I think you can have a company credit card with an individual's name on it, but it's still the company card.
No, I mean, here comes the and part. The and part on it is with knowledge that the card was not used with the effective consent of the card holder. So the fact that it was issued to him, he's telling me it was legally issued to him. The only question is about the use of it.
Correct.
And he is saying that he thought he was using it appropriately.
Yes, ma'am. That I'm doing. I do. At the time,
How far did you go in school?
How far did I go in school? Out of school.
And you're telling me you don't know how credit cards work?
No, my family has never had good credit, so they never had credit cards. No one in my close vicinity, no uncles, no aunts, nobody. So for this being the first time having to deal with anything credit related, new concept. My mom can't tell me anything about it because she don't really understand. That's why I'm saying the basics, the layman's, what they told me is you use, pay back. That's the layman's of what my family said, but no one of them had credit cards before because none of them have scores enough to get credit cards.
All right, why didn't you talk to your employer if you didn't understand?
That probably should have been brought up from the start before the enrollment, but because I was brushed off, I just used. However, without further discussion, that right there would be my own negligence that I didn't discuss further with him. And I can't sit there and be like, well, it's also his fault for not telling me, because both parties are in fault at that situation.
State, is there anything you wish to add as it relates to fact issues?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Are you currently employed?
Recently lost my job, but I'm working with Blue Ribbon Staffing Agency to work with HEB on their assembly line.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution and no contact to Carl and Kenda Palm. The amount of restitution is $2,216.75. There's 200 hours of community service restitution, That will be waived if you obtain a higher level of education. That can be a trade school. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? Thank you. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment. Oh, I did. Proof of employment, 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Is there anything else you need from the court? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. If you don't understand something, you have to let people know you don't understand. There's no shame. There are no such things as dumb questions. I always tell my student there's only one dumb question. You know what the one dumb question is? Not asking the question.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Today wasn't just about a stolen credit card, it was about stolen trust. And Judge Boyd made it clear. In her courtroom, financial crimes aren't mistakes. They're choices, and choices have consequences. If you believe real justice matters, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. More real moments coming your way.